Hi, everybody. Bob Sokoler, Medley Sokoler team, Remax Properties East. Many of us are watching the events on the East Coast with the storm that hit, and you got to think, what about the Louisville area? What happens if we get hit with a really bad winter? We've come to Lowe's to look at some of the supplies that all of us should have in terms of emergency supplies on hand in our house. We start with the basics: flashlights, naturally, or candles, and a good supply of batteries, lots of them, just in case the power is out for a long period of time. Want to take it up a notch? How about a generator? You can get them for as little as $400, and they go way up.
We've sold like 18 generators in the last 2 days, and we've been out of electricity so many times in the past due to storms. I think everybody's getting a little leery about not having a backup plan, so I think that's driving a lot of the sales as well.
The problem is you got to find them. At the first word of a storm, generators sell out fast.
Of course, we got command centers all over the United States, so when we start getting low, all we have to do is call, and I've already called them this morning.
If a generator is not in the plans, think about staying warm, and by that, you might want to consider one of these propane heaters. They're $79, $80, and they run actually off of these propane gas canisters, and quite frankly do a really good job keeping a small space warm in the event power goes out for a prolonged period of time. These propane canisters are actually pretty handy. In fact, they are used to run a number of items.
These are really nice. They're campfire stoves, just little portable grills that run off the little small bottles of propane.
Of course, Louisville is no stranger to big storms and high winds. In the event your windows break, you're going to need some duct tape standing by to seal up those windows, along with some plastic. So you may want to keep some of this stuff on hand just in case. In the event power is off, you want to keep up on what's happening in the area, especially in the event of an emergency. And so you might want to consider investing in a weather alert radio to keep you up to date. In the way of water, consider 1 gallon per day per person, or fill up a bathtub. Also, a 3-day food supply of non-perishable food for each person is exactly what you should be thinking about. Finally, a couple other quick tips. Remember to establish a location in the event you are separated from the family where you can all meet in the event you have to leave your house. Create an emergency contact list so that you can notify family members, friends, and relatives if you have to leave. Also, learn how to turn off the electric, the gas, and the water at your house in the event of an emergency. And finally, what will happen with your pets if you have to leave your house? If you take them with you, that's great, but if you can't, you need to have a backup plan for them as well. And let's hope we don't have to use any of these emergency tips. At our local Lowe's, I'm Bob Sokoler, Medley Sokoler team, Remax Properties East.